All right, thanks, Brandis. Temperature is supposed to sink to the 30s tonight. Not frigid, but pretty cold. And as winter hits, more of that is expected, of course. So now's the time to prepare for it. Amanda Vinicky joins us now with some tips. Amanda.
Yeah, Paris, I mean, I've already brought out my winter coat and hats and such, but whether we like it or not, winter is coming, and pretty soon, technically speaking anyway. From a climatological perspective, the seasons will change from fall to winter Wednesday. It is officially winter through February, though, as anyone who's lived in the Midwest knows, snow and cold temps can hit through March, April, and praise be not May. Illinois State climatologist, that is, Trent Ford, says despite any Farmer's Almanac predictions, there's no way to tell whether this winter will be mild or intense. Even for pros like him, he says it's difficult to forecast more than a week out.
I can tell you that the models overall are predicting a winter that is between December 1st and February 28th of next year. That is a higher chance of above average temperatures. And for most of the eastern half of the state, a higher chance of above average precipitation.
He cautions not to read too much into that warmer, wet air because we are talking averages here. You know, take last winter, it was warmer than average, but after a relatively calm couple of months, February got snow dumps. Regardless of precise predictions, he says it is important to prepare.
Even if we have a record warm winter this winter in Chicago, it is still going to be cold. It's still going to be colder than summer. We are going to see snow. It will accumulate a few times, maybe a lot.
Beyond that, you could say that it's wise to take any long-term winter predictions and forecasts with a grain of salt. And speaking of, Chicago has 400,000 tons of salt stored up to sprinkle on roadways when needed. The city is keeping some of that on hand in a brand new giant dome that's storing 30,000 tons of salt, and that's actually only half its capacity. That is where Mayor Lori Lightfoot today stood alongside other city officials to announce winter prep plans.
And I don't need to remind folks that we are still very much in the midst of a pandemic. And the many challenges of COVID-19, coupled with the inconvenience and life-threatening conditions that cold weather and extreme weather brings every year, that means we got to utilize every tool that we can to protect the health and well-being of our residents.
Chicago will respond to well-being check requests and then offers transportation to shelters and also has warming centers for when temperatures dip below freezing.
Due to the ongoing pandemic, the centers may operate at reduced capacity and residents must wear face masks while in the warming areas. During extremely cold weather, DFSS will reach out to shelters that typically operate for 12 hours a day to remain open for 24 hours a day.
There is a moratorium on utility shutoffs through winter, but bills still rack up. So those who qualify are encouraged to apply for financial assistance that's given really on a first come, first served basis as soon as possible. Now, there are other steps to take as well, like preparing emergency kits for both at home and in your car. Those should be equipped with blankets, shovels, phone charger, flashlight, first aid kit. Then also sign up for emergency alerts from the city, officials say at notifychicago.org. The head of the city's emergency management agency recommends also setting up a smart 911 profile. And that way, first responders have personal information should there be an emergency.
Profiles can include information on medical conditions, important household information, pets, emergency contacts, and more. This is a free and safe service.
As I said earlier, it is officially winter on Wednesday, December 1st, and that also means that is when Chicago's parking restrictions for winter go into effect. So on 107 miles of Chicago's main arteries, no parking from 3 a.m. until 7 a.m. That is through April 1st, whether there's snow or not.
The city implements this ban to help ensure the roads are safe and passable for motorists, buses, and emergency vehicles. Please double check all posted signage before you park to avoid being ticketed and towed.
If it does snow, additional parking restrictions do go into effect. Now, you can check whether plows have hit your street in real time, says Streets and Sanitation Commissioner Cole Stallard, thanks to turn-by-turn navigational software that helps also to guide the snow plow drivers. Now, the state of Illinois also has an updated map, gettingaroundillinois.com. If weather is bad, drivers are encouraged. Please stay home. If you're hit the roads, keep a distance from any plows or other emergency vehicles. And that gettingaroundillinois.com map that is now going to show more updated, precise, and localized information on road conditions. So Paris, bundle up, back to you.
All right, Matt, it's just the beginning. And now, Brandis, we toss it back to you.